And hello, race fans. Welcome back to more of In the Pits here on the World Wide Web. Got a lot of things that we're talking about tonight, and we've talked a lot about modifieds. One of the things that we're going to talk about now is with our new guest, our title sponsor here at InThePits.net, Bills Built Race Cars. We have got Bob Bills on the line with us. Bob, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there slowly but surely. Hopefully things will get going better once race season starts. But, Bob, how has things gone this year for you guys so far?
Things have gone really great for us this year. We're doing real well up here. We've had a lot of success with our sport mods, and regular mods are doing good as usual. And business seems to be going pretty good.
Now, Bob, talk to us a little bit about how you got started, I guess, in the business and when you decided to to go ahead and just start building modifieds full time. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I got started in the around the 2001 area, and I was basically, well, before that I was building cars out of my automotive shop, and I had enough people interested in street stocks and stuff that I kind of carried it on into building other people's cars. And once we got going on building a modified, I had a little bit of success with that and decided that that was the area I wanted to move the business into. And we took it from there and ran, and it's kind of been history from here. I've always liked the modifieds, and it's a passion of mine, the racing, everything about it. And we just took it from there, tried to strive to be the best we could.
Well, and striving to be the best you can so far, you've got some great accolades or some achievements to go along with it. You've got a multiple-time NCRA championships with two different drivers, both Brian Franz and Mark Hurd. You've had IMCA state champions in Jeremy Zorn. You've had multiple-time track winners as well, champions in Corey LeGrune, and some others too as well. So right out of the box, your cars are good.
Yeah, we've had Corey LeGrune, we've had Mark Zorn. Both have won the IMCA state championship the last 2 years. Both of them finished 1-2 both years, so we don't have a whole lot of cars out in the western Kansas area, and it kind of shows something when it isn't strength in numbers. It's actually just good cars. We've both those guys have ran really well, and it showed with 1 and 2 in points. So Corey LeGrune, he's took off as far as he's won 2 track championships this year and finished second in the other one. And so he's been real strong. We got a lot of other guys in different areas. Got guys down in Texas that have won the Lubbock Championship, the Odessa, Texas Championship. On down into northern Texas, got a couple guys that do real well there with their track championships. And we've had some pretty good years.
And, you talk about, the success there just of your track champions, but there's a lot of feature winners to go along with that, too. And a guy that comes to mind for me in the last year is a guy like Mark Schaffman here in Kansas City. We don't have a lot of your cars, it looks like, on the eastern side, too, as well. And he picks up a car, never been really inside the top 5 before last year. He breaks through at Lakeside Speedway with 2 wins. And that's a tough field each and every week to battle with.
Yeah, they really come along last year, and Mark's a good driver, and I'm glad that he's a part of us now. So he really helps me out up there at Kansas City, and I try to help him as much as I can. And I think with me and him working together, we've kind of had a successful year last year.
Oh, it sure.
Better.
Yeah, it sure did look like it went well for him there. Now, Bob, when you talk about your cars, and from looking at the cars when I see them, there's just such an attention to detail. It looks like you really take pride in the work that you put out, and it looks like that you're kind of a perfectionist. What is special about your Bills Built Modifieds?
Well, I think what's special about us is we're just not I'm not trying to pump out 200 cars a year. I like to make sure I'm hands-on with every one of them that goes out the door. And I think that we do a lot of detail to these cars that a lot of people are overlooking just due to speed and time trying to get these cars out. There's a lot of effort put into these cars other than just the looks that we do that I think that a lot of people are overlooking. So I think that's why I can assure somebody that gets into my car that they're not going to, they go out I'll help them fix whatever problem they have. It's not going to be an issue of, well, maybe the chassis just isn't very good. Maybe you just need a new car or something. I don't believe in that. I believe every chassis that goes out here is exactly the same, and that if there is a problem with something, then we definitely work through it every time.
And one of the other issues I think that we've talked about in the past too as well is customer service. I mean, when it comes to customer service with you, you give out your cell phone number, they can call you at any time, anywhere, and you're going to be able to get right back to them and give them that information that they need, and I think that's important.
Well, that's right, because when they're not just buying a car, they're buying a part of me, and I want to make sure my name's on that car, and I want to make sure that everybody out there is running as good as they possibly can. So if that takes me answering a cell phone at 10 o'clock on Saturday night, I'm going to do it, just to make sure they run good, because I want everybody to be happy. Nobody likes to get the phone calls on Monday morning about how their car doesn't work right. So I'd rather fix the problem at the track, and that way they're happy and I'm happy, and they win races.
And winning races is what's important with a lot of customers anymore. You talk about your sport mods. We've talked about that too as well. We know how popular the B mod is getting. You actually not only build the modifieds, you talk about the Southern sport mods, but you also will handle the Northern sport mods too as well.
Right. Yes, I've got a few Northern sport mods out there. Not very many. We've been really concentrating on the Southern sport mods, just due to the number of cars I've been putting out the door on those. We put one or two of those cars out last year, and they did really well, won a ton of races, and it's really excelled them into where a lot of people are purchasing them this year. And I'd like to see the same kind of success with the B mods up north. With if I can get, once I get a few of them out there, I know they're going to do real well, and we'll carry on the same tradition.
Do you think the problem with the B mod, I guess, or the Northern Sport mod, do you think the thing that maybe hinders your sales on those is the possibility that all of the modifieds that are out there now that are being recycled down into that class?
Well, that's part of that class. That's what makes that class so appealing. It is a class that allows people to take their 4 or 5-year-old modifieds who, under normal circumstances, probably can't keep up with a normal top 5 field. It allows them to take these older cars on a budget and go into this B-mod class and race successfully. It's a good class for that, and that's what it is meant to be for. I'm here to help anybody who wants to just excel a little bit further in that class, to where I can take and give them the latest state-of-the-art chassis to maybe be a little better than what other people have out there.
Sure, exactly. And for those that don't know, the Southern Sport mods are basically a full-frame modified, which is different from the Northern Sport mod or the B mods that you'll see around in our area too as well. Well, Bob, coming up here in the next few weeks, I know racing season is going to get kicked underway here in our area. Are you got any cars you're ready to watch of yours around the area in this side of the state?
Yeah, I got a few guys. I got Paul Snyder. I'm going to really help him out this year, try to help him and get to the point where he's good. Mark Schaffman, of course, John Baker, all those guys. Be striving to get them a few more wins and helping them run. And there's just basically everybody. I'd like to see if I can't sneak up north a little bit and do some racing myself, and we'll see what happens.
Well, and that's the one nice thing about having a car owner that's also a racer himself. You have that more of a hands-on initiative, too, to where your feedback can be pretty much reliable and relatable to the others that have your cars.
Yes.
Now, Bob, coming up, is there any way that fans that are racers that want to get a hold of you, how are they going to get a hold of you?
They can reach me anytime at 316-304-7892. And if you can't remember that number, then you can always reach me at Pro Motorsports in Wichita, Kansas. And it's easily found, 316-838-7227. Or visit us on the web. I got BillsBuiltRaceCars.net.
And a fine website it is if I don't plug myself for that. Well, Bob,
compliments on my website.
Oh, good deal, and hopefully we keep you going, and hopefully this year you get some more success, and hopefully next year it builds to even bigger and bigger and better things for you. I know you want to get it that far, but thanks again for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know when I contacted you earlier, I heard some grinding going on in the background, so sounds like on a Sunday you're actually getting some work done too as well.
Yeah, we're here at the shop working today. It's busy, so we're plugging along. So
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate the talk today.